Hello, welcome back. My name is Literally Dead, and today I have a 10-15 team for you. This time it's Taesan. The relics I'll be running will be the Mask, TP, and Shield relic. The altars I'll be running will be 15 Blacksmith and 10 Mage. Alright, with that out of the way, let's just jump right in. Alright, so for this, it's very fun because I like how Taesan works, especially if I have 10 points to the altar of Mage. That allows him to get his ability right away, and it causes stun, and it pulls all the enemies forward. The secret I have for this one is I'll have the Taesan, the main Taesan, and the Mask Taesan on the TP spot, and then a third Taesan in front. So they can act like a defense, and as they can start their ability right away. With that, they'll stun like a bunch of enemies within that 3 line, and then when the other Taesans, they TP in the back, they can use their ability too, and then it's like a double stun at that point, which is honestly really good. They do a lot of damage at that point, and they would definitely clear that floor pretty quick. Sometimes it's a little hard, especially if those backline units are like off to the side. With that, you can move your Taesan, the one that uses his ability first, so that they can hit those backline units. I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, it does a pretty decent job. Let's see here. Yeah, so I already talked about the Mask relic. I talked about 10 points of the altar of Mage, 15 points of the altar of Blacksmith. That's just to get extra, like, what are they called? Extra equipment, right? That's very important too, because the more equipment, the more damage output for Taesan. The TP relic, we already talked about that too. Teleport behind, take out the backline. And the Shield relic is there to act as extra protection, as usual. It's gonna be a little tricky though. You have to manage your Mighty blocks because it only gives it to the top 3 heroes on your field right now, and you are going to have 4 units. So you're going to have 2 Taesans, you're going to have a Lily in the front line, and a Looney to boost your main Taesan. I actually don't really care all that much about the weakest Taesan. I just kind of use him for his ability and the stun duration, so I can keep him as low as I want. So the really important part is your Looney and your Lily are the ones that have the higher tiers, so that they can get the mighty blocks and not the weaker Taesan. You know, you can actually like take this to another level and add another Taesan or even 2 Taesans to like completely stun the entire field in the beginning, and then have your main Taesan and Mask Taesan in the back line to do all that damage. So that's just something to consider. I didn't do that just because this is like all you really need. I'm just doing that, saying that just in case, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, this team is pretty good. Sometimes you can lose if you have bad RNG. You really want to make sure that Looney is there by round 15, or else you will definitely lose. What else is there? Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent team. It's nothing crazy. Taesan's definitely not the strongest, but I mean, he still gets the job done, so I don't really have that many complaints. Yeah, I kind of like how unique this team is compared to the other ones. Usually a lot of these heroes, the way they do 10-15 teams, it's pretty much the same. But with Taesan, it's just a very little difference. But I like the nuance behind it. I'd probably recommend other stronger teams, but if your strongest hero is Taesan, you know, don't be shy. This works, so use it if you can. I also want to mention I really like this Taesan skin with the Fishing Festival Taesan. I like the fish effect. It's really cool, especially with the Altar of Mage causing the fish to come up over and over and over again. I think it's kind of funny, so that's just me. Anyways, let me know down in the comments below what you think about this run, what you think about Taesan in general, if he's like really all that good, nothing special, whatever, right? Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are. Alright, boss time. I'm not going to waste your time. You're going to have to get rid of that Lily, and you're going to have to get rid of that weakest Taesan you got there, and then add as many tier 1 Looney as possible. With that, each Looney provides a mighty block, and as well as giving Taesan even more strength, which is kind of important because he's not all that special for the boss. Like, his ability is very catered towards the chapter itself with all the regular enemies, but the boss does not get stunned from his ability, so you gotta be careful for that. It's really important that his damage output is as high as possible. That's probably probably the most important thing about this, because if he doesn't do enough damage, they're gonna die, you know? But for me, it wasn't all that difficult. I was able to clear the chapter, and now I'm gonna do the bonus challenge now, and while I do that, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you do not subscribe, Taesan will punch you with his giant fucking fish, magic fish or whatever, right? That doesn't sound like it's gonna be very fun, so I would definitely subscribe if I were you. Alright, later. Later.